Hi, Java family. Michael Lewis checking in here from State College. If you don't know me already, you've likely seen me or one of my two other brothers that goes to school here coming through the coffee house. But I've served as the inventory management intern for the last 2 years, first coming in under Jen and then working the last year under Sarah. So as an intern over the last 2 years, I've helped to order supplies with Karen, as well as track the weekly donations from the stores and restaurants. We've helped to train the new students who come in to volunteer, and really I first got involved with Java from volunteering myself, so that's one of my favorite parts of serving as an intern over the last 2 years. I helped to install the plastic containers that we use to help cut back on the Ziploc bag waste, as well as plan a few different music nights that we've had in the past. I think my favorite part of Java and how I remember it best is really from the hum of the coffee house. What I would describe as students from all over the world, all sharing coffee in fellowship and all with a common denominator of a smile on their face. That's really my favorite part and what comes to mind when I think of Java. I've really enjoyed all of the retreats we've gone on, both as interns and with the leadership team. I've enjoyed the time that we got stuck in the woods in the snowstorm, but most recently, I've really enjoyed the retreat that we had just in February. I think it was really productive, and had we finished out the semester here at school, I was really looking forward to the changes to come. The intern program is important to me because it really creates a home and a family, for students, whether they be far from home, like Evan, who's from Tennessee, or for students who maybe aren't so far, like myself, who's from Tyrone. It's been a really great way for me to explore and to grow my faith while a student here in Happy Valley. And to be honest, I've really enjoyed the stipend that it comes with. As a student who's been paying his own way through college, this has been really vital to me and is something that I'll be forever grateful for. And finally, I've really enjoyed the mentor program. I think that this is a great way for students to connect with the local community members. And I've really enjoyed my time getting to know and getting to share in fellowship with Larry and Mary Thorwart. My advice for all interns for the coming years would be to try to meet as many new people as you can. Every person that comes through the doors of Java, whether that's a student, a volunteer, a parishioner, someone on the leadership team, or an intern, everyone is a friend. And so I would encourage you to try to meet as many people as you can and to really grow your network. Before I go, I've done some really important thank yous. First, thank you to all of my fellow interns. Jordan, Marissa, Evan, Michaela, you guys are all great. I've really enjoyed my time that we've spent together over the last 2 years, and I know that I have a lifelong friendship in each of you, and just know that I've learned a lot from each of you over our last 2 years together. Thank you to Pastor Greg. I think you're a really great leader for St. Paul's and for the Wesley Student Foundation, but I think you're an even better friend, and you're someone who I've really enjoyed my time, sharing in conversation with over the past 2 years. Thank you to Sue. Thank you for just for being you. Thank you for always being so happy. Your perspective on life is something that I try to model my own after. So thank you, Sue. Thank you, Karen, for putting up with my crazy schedules and with my antics over the past few semesters. You've been really patient with me, and you've really helped me learn a lot in my intern role. I want to say thank you to Jen, who I hope to watch this video. You're someone who first brought me into Java with open arms and with your big smile, and you're someone who I'll always be grateful for the first opportunity, and someone that's I'm really happy and really appreciative of the time that we spent together. So thank you to Jen. Finally, thank you to Sarah. You're someone who came in right where Jen left off, and you haven't missed a beat. You've been really, really great for this organization. I've really enjoyed my time as a student under you, and I think that Java is in perfect hands with you in charge. And so it's, I'm really happy that you're leading the charge. And last, thank you to Larry and Mary Thorwart. You guys are my family away from home. Really, the only thing differentiating you from my actual family back on the farm is that they do my laundry. But no, thank you guys for everything. I've really enjoyed our time spent together, and I look forward to staying in touch for the rest of our lives. And thank you to everyone else who I haven't named, all of the students, the volunteers. Just know that I'm really grateful for each and every person that I've ever met in the coffee house. And if you haven't heard already, while I won't be returning next year as an intern or as an undergrad student, I have been accepted and I will be returning as a student in the Masters of Corporate Finance program. So I'm really looking forward to continuing to volunteer and to spending time with all of you that'll be here next year. And I look forward to continuing to be a regular in the coffee house. You can't get rid of me quite yet. So thank you all. Again, this has been an incredible past 2 years. I'm really appreciative and grateful for each and every one of you. And I really look forward to picking up right where we left off at the start of the fall semester. So thank you. God bless. I love you all.
Hey St. Paul's, it's Marissa Flora here, one of the Wesley interns for 2017 through 2020. I started in the coffee house as the volunteer manager and moved over to children's ministries for the last 2 years, working to put on the Second Sunday program with Tori and Evan Naff. I have planned children's events, I have connected with families, and I've also been a part of such an incredible cohort of Wesley Foundation interns who have helped me grow my faith and my vocation. And I've truly enjoyed every single aspect of this journey. You know, the internship program has given me so much than I could have ever imagined, and so much more than I think they ever planned to give me. It has given me the opportunity outside of the Penn State community to meet people, grow as a person, grow in my faith, and use skills that I already had to impact the greater State College community. And it allowed me to be a part of a church community so much greater than myself. And I am forever grateful for that and the opportunities that have come with that. You know, something that I would like to say to the next interns is give more than you take. If you give back to this community, you will get everything and more than you could ever wish for. And I also want to say, take the time to meet people, to branch out, and to meet people of other generations, because they have so much to offer and so much to learn from. And I think that they have such valuable words of wisdom that we can take with us into our future as adults. You know, there's so many things that I want to say to the people of St. Paul's, and I don't have enough time for it, but I will end with this. Thank you. Thank you for welcoming me so warmly into this community. Thank you for your generosity, your understanding, the constant guidance. I would not be where I am today without you. You know, I have had so many ups and downs during my time at Penn State, and you all have been there for every up to celebrate and every down to be a shoulder to cry on and to cry with me. And I will never be able to repay you for that. You guys have become my family, and I'm just so grateful to have had the opportunity to be a part of it. You know, I want to give a few special thanks to people who have been a part of my journey and walked with me through this. Especially to the Molinovich family, Tori, the Voigt family, Jen Grunler, the Connolly family, Steve and Sandy Elbin, the Ishler family, the Bonsall family, the Brumberg family, the McMillans, Karen and the Morgan family, Sue Justice, the Wesley Foundation, my fellow interns who have been with me for the past 2 or 3 years, and truly they have become some of my very best friends who I will take with me for the rest of my life. You know, I am so grateful and honored to have been a part of this family while I spent my last 4 years at Penn State, and it's been an honor to have been a part of this community, and I am forever grateful for everything that you've given me. As I move on to George Mason University to pursue my Master's of Education in School Counseling, I will miss all of you, but I promise to be back. Whether you like it or not, I will be back to visit. I love you all. This is not goodbye, but rather a see you later.
Hi, Hi, I'm Michaela Schober. I've been an intern with the Wesley Foundation for 2.5 years now. The first year I worked with Sue and monitoring the inventory and the supplies, and then the second year and a half I worked with helping to kind of oversee the volunteers, making sure there was always people there when we needed them, and then also planning events for the cafe to try and bring in new students. Some of my favorite memories definitely included working with the volunteers in the cafe. I got to meet so many different people. I got to hear their stories, why they were there, and that was really cool. Another thing that I just really enjoyed was creating events that could bring in all different kinds of groups to the cafe. So why I think this program was so important, especially looking back over my past 4 years at Penn State, is how much we talk about vocation. It's something that I personally didn't really think about when I was first here. You kind of are always forced on campus, especially in the business school, to just succeed, go out there, do your best and do good. And I didn't really think about what I was being called to do, what I was good at, what skills I was given, and being able to use those. So we had retreats and meetings and everything to focus on those, and that really, really helped me direct where I was supposed to go in my career. So some advice that I have to give for the upcoming volunteers or upcoming interns, is just to definitely put your heart into it, be creative, also just learn everyone's stories, definitely meet as many people as you can. And finally, I just want to say thank you for everything you've given me there at St. Paul's and the Wesley Foundation. It's definitely helped my journey at Penn State, and I will never forget this experience.
Hey Abba Java family, so sad to have to say goodbye like this, but I'm so blessed to know that saying goodbye is actually this hard. So I want to start off, for those of you that don't know me, I am Jordan, and my intern role pretty much was anything where the church congregation mixed with the students in the coffee house. So that included a lot of different responsibilities. I was in charge of the prayer board, making sure the prayer team received all the prayer requests from students in the coffee house, keeping all that updated, making sure every student felt like they were loved, fed, and known. I also was in charge of creating spiritual events that linked to Advent, Easter, and anything related to any church celebration. So students that wanted to be more involved spiritually with St. Paul's, that included Bible study, that included making wreaths for Christmas, that included Advent calendar countdowns for those students in the coffee house, and then some more bulletin board encouragement, if you will. I also had the time to spend every week with SPUMC students and meet those crazy, cool, wonderful kids. And I love the time, not kids, teenagers. And I love the time that I got to spend with them. And I will cherish those relationships as well. All that being said, some of my favorite memories happened at SPUMC. I will never forget the retreats we went on. That was the best breaks you could ask for, especially when you got to build all those relationships. It really gave you a break, not only physically and mentally, but it helped your heart to grow and your soul to really feel that it continued to grow at Penn State, not just educationally. So I really appreciated those times when we got to spend together. I just want to send out some thank yous right now. Of course, we have to say thank you to Sarah, who transitioned into this huge role, and she did it very well. And then we come back to Sue, who's right there by her side, and she was always there whenever I needed to rant. So I really appreciate Sue and all the talks we had. And then there's another shout out to Jen, of course, because she was the one that introduced me to the intern program. And for Pastor Greg, he was there when the transition was happening as well. He always welcomed me to his office in the attic. Huge thank you to Karen as well, and I will not forget, absolutely, the biggest thank you to Lauren and Sam Bonsall, my mentors. Adding to the mentors, I would love to see a mentor program not only for interns, but for students in the coffee house. I cannot describe how important it is to have a family away from home. Coming from a place where family is my friends, family is my everything, Lauren and Sam were there for me when I needed that a little bit extra piece of family at State College, and I will forever be grateful for that. I also wanted to, in terms of advice for students coming in, the interns coming up next, I would just say, just accept it, love it, throw yourself into it, do the events even when they sometimes feel like you don't have time to. do them anyways. Carve those pumpkins, make those wreaths, make the posters, and have fun with your friends. And pour into those interns around you, because those are the people that you're most likely going to be with for the rest of that you're going to be friends with for the rest of your life. Clearly, we're not going to be together for the rest of our lives. All that being said, thank you everyone in the Wesley Foundation and the St. Paul Church.